Hey there, what's up? Leonard here. In this video, I'm gonna show to you how to use ChatGPT effectively to modify any kind of texts. Pretty much, modify given contents. And on the screen, you can see the conversation that I had with ChatGPT about this topic. And as always, I'm gonna introduce you to the prompts that I use, explain my thinking, and walk you through what ChatGPT responded so that it is as helpful as possible, hopefully. All right, so in the beginning, what did I do? My first prompt was, please help me summarize the following speech concisely. And the speech, obviously, it's about climate change. I'm not going to read it to you. I wrote it in preparation with ChatGPT. And so this is the speech and the length of the speech. So this is the summary ChatGPT came up with. The speech emphasizes that climate change is a major challenge and requires urgent action from anyone. Okay, cool. So fair enough, like the command summarize something for me, that seems to work. Cool. Now, what did I do next? Please shorten the following speech by 50%. That's the prompt, that's the command. Then I just, copied and pasted the speech again. I used parentheses to do that. That helps to tell ChatGPT actually what the beginning and the end of the speech is. And then, okay, it did it. So this is the answer. And I think ChatGPT is not really good at, using very precise numbers or reducing something by 50%. But it did pretty well. So climate change is a major challenge and it requires urgent action from all of us. Okay, cool. That seems fair. What did I do next? The following speech must be twice as long. Please rewrite it. Okay, now, this is interesting. I was kind of surprised what it did here. So this is the same speech from the very beginning. And this is ChatGPT's answer. So as you can see, it's not really twice as long. It's a little bit longer, I guess. However, this is also because ChatGPT is limited in the amount of words it can produce in its output. And this is what happened here. So obviously this is something I'd be a little bit careful with, or perhaps work on this prompt a little bit further to tell ChatGPT more specifically that you could say, okay, please expand the first paragraph by, double the size, or and then do the same with the second paragraph. So there's workarounds, but it seems like it's not that possible or that easy to just copy and paste a full speech and have ChatGPT make it double as long or twice as long, double as long. Okay, cool. Now the next prompt that I used was, please rewrite the following speech as a compelling adventure story where the listeners feel like they are the main character. Do not address the listeners directly in the story. Okay, cool, fair. So that's our speech again. Now let's see what the answer was. Okay, cool. So this is interesting. ChatGPT answered and said, you step onto the deck of a sleek, state-of-the-art ship, eager to begin your adventure, your mission to save the world from the threat of climate change. As the ship glides through the calm waters, you hear the captain's voice over the loudspeaker. Interesting. Welcome aboard, team, he says. We are on a critical mission to stop climate change and protect our planet. Okay, cool. So, based on this tiny little prompt, please rewrite the following speech as a compelling adventure story where the listeners feel like they are the main character. Based on that, ChatGPT just produced this this text, this adventure story. Now we're going to do something even more interesting, I'd say. Please rewrite the following speech and make it sound cool for a group of 10th grade students. Use emojis. Okay, this is our speech again, and let's see what ChatGPT came up with. Okay. Yo peeps, and we need to talk about something super important, climate change. It's one of the biggest challenges we face, and we need to take urgent action. The facts are clear. Okay, cool. So that works too, obviously. So ChatGPT is able to, if you think about it, take a certain, text, take content and read it, digest it, and then, kind of align it with who the audience is. And in this case, we wrote this adventure story, or we adjusted it a little bit so it would be more relevant for 10th graders. And this is kind of the power that is in ChatGPT when working with texts and any kind of contents. And obviously I used the speech as an example for the purpose of the video, but you can use emails, you can use whatever kind of written content you have in mind that you need to work with. Think of it as you can use it and kind of modify it using ChatGPT.